Hey y'all, this is the People's Finder podcast by Mera Berimo. Illuminate that which is hidden within you. Hey loves, welcome back to the People's Finder podcast, episode 6. I can't believe that you're already in episode 6. I'm just so grateful for the consistency. Honestly, when I started doing it, I didn't know where I would be. I didn't know what I'll do. I was just doubting myself and I was like, what if I'm not consistent? It's just February, guys. It's just February. But anyways, how's your week been? For me, it has just been okay, but I've just been following up this Risa Tisa scandal who married this guy called Legion on TikTok. And that guy was lying about everything. And the series is called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? If you listen to it, if you know, you know. I literally watched it as a movie. It has been my comfort thing there. But you know what? No judgment here. I don't know what went on behind the scene because Legion came out and was like, oh, she's lying. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. But I just hope that she gets a Netflix deal and she gets money from it. I just hope that she does because she's such a good storyteller. Because I can never sit there and watch a whole, I don't know how many episodes, 50 episodes on TikTok and each 10 minutes, around 10 minutes, and concentrate. But her storytelling skills are so good and she deserves a raise. But anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope your week has been amazing. So today I wanted to talk about settling for less. I feel like we like settling for less most of the time because of a lot of situations. And I'm also there. Sometimes I find myself reducing the things that I want, reducing my vision, reducing my goals because I'm like, questioning myself. What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm looking for something more? Just those kind of questions. And it's not even worth it. Having a big dream is so good. And that's where I want my mindset to be on. And the reason why I'm doing this episode, I was watching this someone by this girl called Madi. Madi was in The Bachelor. I knew her from The Bachelor. Her season was so good. And she was just doing a sermon that talks about settling for less and why we shouldn't and the reasons why we should, why we do that. And I was like, okay, this is so good. I have to share it with my People's Finder crew. Like, I have to share it with you guys. One thing about me, if I see something good, I'll always want to share. The first reason why we settle for less is because we don't believe we deserve better. Oh, this one is so true. I don't know. I feel like the way we are raised as Africans, we see a lot of less things. We see the bare minimum and we think that's it. And it's hard for us, even for our mind, to fathom, to envision something bigger. And I agree with that. Sometimes, the reason why me personally nowadays, like my mind has started increasing and wanting more. I feel like it was because of the things I watched. I have been keeping up with the Kardashian fan, and when I started watching that show, it opened my mind to wanting more and to having more. And social media has made it easy for us to have big dreams if we just see what we have around us. We see the bare minimum. We see houses that are good but not good enough, and that's all we know, that's all we want. But there is more outside, and you deserve everything. I was just asking myself, like, there are people who my age, not even 40, not even 50, there are people my age who lives in Westlands apartments, who lives at Kilimani apartment. And I know you'll say, hapana, hao wanafanya kazi ingine yenye utataka kufanya. But speaking facts, there's some who do legit jobs and some who have legit businesses and they live there. And this is a question that I've been asking myself, like, why do I not see myself living there? Like, I should see myself living in that big apartment in Westlands, in that big apartment in Kilimani. And our mind can really diminish us from those things, and because we doubt ourselves so much. And the other reason why we settle for less is because we feel like time is running out. Like, oh, 25, this is what I planned to do. I thought that by 25, I'll be living in a mansion, I'll be doing A, B, C, D, but you're not doing. And there is no limit. Time never stop. Time is just an illusion. Like, keep going. You can reach that goal that you want to go in, but don't settle for less, guys. Time is not running out. Don't compare yourself to those people who you feel as if, oh, they are this age and they have reached this certain goal. I know how it feels. It can make you feel bad. But guess what? Good things take time. And when I get mine, it's going to be bigger and better. So when you get yours, trust me, it's going to be bigger and better as long as you're doing the right thing. Don't ever feel like time is running out. Don't compete with anyone. Compete with yourself. That is why it's very important to journal. I'm saying that and I don't really journal that much, but I journaled with my mom. I just like talking by myself and seeing where I was yesterday. I seen the improvement. But journaling is so good because you're just gonna be in competition with yourself. You're gonna look back at what you wrote 1st January and it's not gonna be the same as now. Even the mindset that you were in then is not the same as now. And that's an improvement. And the reason why you settle for less again is because you're tired of waiting. And this is sad fact that I've learned about our generation, Gen Z. The world is moving so fast, so fast with technology and stuff. So we feel as if people are growing fast. We need to reach a certain age fast, a certain thing fast, and it's holding us back so much. Be patient. Let's wait. Let's pray, and let's just do the right thing that we have to do at the moment, and be just faithful that it's gonna unfold well for us. Don't ever feel tired of waiting. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Oh, sometimes I'm always like, okay, I'm not here to judge anyone. I don't like judging. But for me, it's the saddest thing when I hear 20-year-old saying that yeye anataka tu kuoa mtu ako na pesa. And I'm like, you have such big goals. I'm not saying you should marry someone who's poor, but you're tired and your mind is just out there. But don't ever give up on yourself. I know it can be hard this generation because you're seeing people making it, you're seeing people doing these big things, and also these people who are making it and they're posting for us. Come on, guys. Yes, they have it. Some of them, yes, they have worked for it, but not all of them. So don't ever pressure yourself. Don't ever put yourself in a locked box. It's just not worth it because yours is gonna come and it's gonna be great. And also comparing ourselves to each other is something that makes us settle for less. It's just like, unajua ule ako na hii, mimi bado sina, so I'm just gonna stay here because I've not achieved what I wanted to achieve. Ama this one has this little thing and she seems happy, so also me, I'm gonna just be happy with this little thing. But what I can tell you is that if you haven't achieved what you want to achieve, don't settle for less. Don't close that door. Always be open for opportunities. Don't settle for less, guys. You have to realize that you are made for more. You are made for abundance. You are meant for good relationships. Don't ever settle for relationships. Let me tell you something. I don't care which kind of relationship, friendship, romantic relationships. If you feel like something is amiss, it's okay to walk out, because I realize that some of us are just scared to be seen as if they are bad people for walking out in a specific thing. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk out. Nowadays, when I realize that I can say no, I've just been feeling so good, guys. I've been a biggest people pleaser for the longest time of my life. I always want people to feel comfortable, and that just showed a lot of my insecurities. But there's this guy whom I met and he said something awkward and I was just like, no. I felt so good. I felt as if that was my first strong no, and I left him there. It's okay to say no, guys. Don't settle for any relationship. Don't settle for friendship that makes you feel so bad. You are meant for more. You have to realize that. Don't be like, sasa, Nikki, lose this relationship with these people. Who am I gonna do ABCD with? You have to realize that it's better for you to be alone than for you to be with people who make you feel bad whenever you hang out with them, who don't add any good value to you. It's better for you to be alone. Because I realized when you start working on yourself, you are okay being alone. And I'm not advocating for being alone and being lonely. Definitely not. We all need friends, we all need family, we all need good relationships around us. But you don't need a relationship that can bring you down every time. You don't need that, trust me. Let's talk about freedom. When I say freedom, I was saying this in my TikTok. I was talking about freedom and how sometimes when we look at freedom, we think freedom as being closed up or imprisoned or just attacked in a physical way. But sometimes freedom is letting go of those past identities that we made for ourselves. For example, people in the past knew you as that quiet girl, but now you're not. But you have that attachment, and when you hang out with them, you feel as if you need to be quiet because that's how they knew you. No, that's putting yourself in a bad situation. That's imprisoning yourself, but you don't know. Let go of that past. Show your true self. If they don't want you, then it's their own problem. If you hold yourself to the past identity that you have, you're settling for less because you don't want to experience that new thing that life is giving you. You don't want to experience the new version of yourself. It's okay to change your favorite color, to change the things that you can change. It's okay to change them. You don't have to hold yourself to the past. Allow yourself to receive freedom and allow yourself to enter into the new version of yourself. Even if it's going to be awkward for others, that's not your problem. That's not you. You are you, and you have to be that person for yourself. You have to notice that. You have to realize that. Embrace being new. Embrace the new version of you because it's beautiful, because that's who you are, especially if you've been working on yourself so much and you feel like this version of me is so confident that I am not used to. Just be like, okay, yes, I'm not used to this, but there are people who have this much confidence and they have survived. So I'm not shutting myself down. I'm embracing this version of me that comes with so much confidence and so much clarity, and I can walk in every room and be myself. That's freedom. That's settling for more. That's wanting more for yourself. Wanting less for yourself is you holding yourself back. It's you not embracing the identity, the new identity that you have. Please don't do that. Don't do that. We are here to evolve and to become these better versions of ourselves. And we need to, and we have to. Please stop holding yourself back, guys. Also, don't settle for less, because you have to realize that you are unique. You are your own person. Let them have those things that they have, but your path is different. You are unique. You aren't meant here to have the same goals and same ambitions as everyone. Have your own and embrace that. And you have to realize that also you were meant for impact. You were meant to add value to other people. So when I started this podcast, I was so shy. I was like, okay, so why am I feeling as if my message is not getting out the way I want it to be? But I realized that I was doing everything for me. But then I was like, doing it for me is settling for less. Let me do it for others. I'm doing this podcast for others. I want this message to get to other people because it's for them. It's not for me. And when I realized that, I feel like my messages have started coming out pretty well. And I love that. It's for other people. And yes, it can be for me, but not really. And before I finish, I just wanted to say this. Until it's life in the fullest, please don't settle. Do not settle. Because you will just end up regretting. You'll be in touch and you'll be like, why did I not try this? Why did I close myself up? Why did I not open up to this new idea that I had in my head? I know it can be so scary sometimes, especially when you're young. We really think about what other people think about us, and it affects us deeply. We don't realize it, but it will. I'd rather do it and don't like it and stop doing it than not do it. But anyway, guys, I hope you are not gonna settle for less. I hope that we're gonna work on this together. I hope that we're gonna start journaling. I hope that you're gonna start being the fullest version of yourselves, have the fullest confidence, do that thing that is in your mind. Yes, they call it the Lulu. Let it be the Lulu, but just do it, because you never know where it's gonna take you. It's something that is deeply in you. Do it. You want a good relationship. Don't settle for less. Always just hope for it, pray for it, work for it. And you have to realize that in order to get all this, you first of all have to do the inner work. You have to know yourself better. You have to love yourself. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But before this audio, why am I always saying video, guys? But before I close, I just wanted to say, in the past episodes, okay, this is me growing as I do this podcast. And as I continue doing them, I realize that some of the things that I say, I don't even believe in them right now. This is why I'm so big in check the things that you can take and leave the things that you can take, because I'm also growing, I'm developing. And I just realized that maybe some of the books and some of the people that I recommend, sometimes when I continue watching them, I'm like, this is not what I want my viewers to listen to, but I already told you guys. So, I want you to discern, to have that strong discernment so that you can know what you can take from my podcast and these episodes. But also, I realized that I sometimes separate my religion so much from this podcast, but I just want to include it a little bit more because that's who I am and that's what I believe. And I just believe that I couldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for Jesus. I couldn't be doing this if it wasn't for my Christianity and my beliefs, that because that's what made me so firm in my beliefs and gives me a lot of clarity in my day-to-day life. Jesus loves you, get to know him, and then he's gonna transform your mind, your heart posture, and everything that you really question. But yeah, I think that's the end of this episode. So I want to remind you, please do not settle for less. You're not settling for less, yeah. Settle for more. Work on yourself so that you can be so confident that no less person can get near you. Anyways, bye guys.